If we can switch gears here
Sure.
and talk about what some would see as the flip side of the coin, and that's in vitro fertilization.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people would uh, find it difficult to understand why the church, who seems to be always pushing this idea of life, being against abortion, being against birth control, why suddenly now they're against in vitro fertilization when this is trying to help couples conceive a child or have a child. And so talk a little bit about why the church uh, views this negatively and some of the reasons why. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think from some of the poll studies, most Catholics, are kind of undecided on, why this is morally wrong. But clearly, the church again is, teaching against this. But I'm going to appeal to Dr. Baskel to help us kind of tease the conversation out. A, what is in vitro fertilization, and maybe how it distorts kind of the unitive and the procreative act.
Sure. So in vitro fertilization, typically they use hormones to hyperstimulate a woman's ovaries, and then you do a procedure to extract eggs from the ovary, and the goal is to try to extract as many eggs as possible. And then in the lab, and then the male partner will typically masturbate, and they use the sperm from his semen, and in the lab will sometimes they'll also do special things to the semen and the sperm to get it kind of optimized and put the eggs together to create embryos. And then once the embryos are created, they will grade them to see the quality of them. They will sometimes test the genetics of these embryos so they can tell if they're boys or girls. And if their euploid have the correct number of chromosomes, and then select which ones they want to implant. Sometimes it is based off on sex. And then implant them into the woman's uterus and use hormones to stimulate and make that embryo hopefully stick. Interestingly, they'll do all that and it still doesn't work. So it's not a foolproof science. And there's a lot more into fertility than simply that. That would work 100% of the time if it was that. But clearly, this is taking now, we're doing the procreation, but we're not doing the unitive part of family building and not inviting God into the sacrament of marriage here.